Hey folks, and welcome to Apocalyptic Guitars. Yes, what I have here today is a very special, very special guitar. Actually, bass, yes. It's my first bass I've ever built. Yes. And it's the Tom King signature model. Yes, and Tom King is the bassist, vocalist, mastermind of October Noir. Yeah. Um, Very cool band. Basically, I designed this guitar around the music of that band. Yes. Um, so basically, Tom came to me and asked me to build him a bass, and because no other company would touch it, and I'm like, why not? And so I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. Sure, why the hell not? You know, I love challenges, so I automatically took it. So I said yes right away. I'm like, yeah, man, definitely. And Tom gave me some specifics that he wanted. Some certain specs that he wanted on the bass. He wanted it all black, except for the inlays and stuff. So I'm like, cool, all right. He wanted a Seymour Duncan Music Man on the bridge and a Sustainiac. And basically, that's the specs that you wanted. Of course, 34-inch scale, all that good stuff. And artistically, I took it from there. I got what he wanted, and took it from there. Basically, what I did was I put the locking strap buttons on it, and I did two a side headstock. For the inlays, what I did was, instead of using mother of pearl, I used very paper thin wood veneer to do the inlays, and that was really fun, and it gave me problems, but it worked out in the end. And I did the matching. I don't know. They're not really side dots, but they're just markers on the neck there. So, and there's no side dots on the fretboard itself, but I did what's called ghosting side dots, which you can't see. Like, you really can't see them, even, just looking at it here. But what you do is, if you tilt it just enough in the light, you could see, like, a very small hint of dot. And that's basically a backup plan. That's the plan B, backup plan, in case you can't see these bright fucking things on here. So, yeah, but they're invisible. You can't see them otherwise. It's very specific. But I did that, and that's something I've learned with luthiers. If someone doesn't want side dots, you do that as a backup plan B. That way no one sees it, but if you tilt it right, you can see just like a very small black, almost dot. So, yeah. I did that for him, which is just an added bonus. Like, he didn't ask for it, but I just did it for comfort and for visual, so he can, have options to see where he's playing. Other than that, it's got the kill switch on top right here. Of course, the Sustainiac, and that's controlled by these two switches down at the bottom right here. Basically, you have your on and off, and your three modes. Straight down is sustain. Middle is a mix between sustain and harmonic. All the way up is pure harmonic. So you can have different options if you like it. It's got one volume. And basically that's the specs of it. Of course, the Music Man Seymour Duncan on the bridge here. And then I put in a screwless adjusting bridge for the for the saddles and stuff, and I really like the bridge. So yeah, basically, I told Tom this. I told him after, and this is going back to the artistic side of it. I told him, listen, I want this thing to look like. I wanted this thing to look like it was pulled out of a black lake in the middle of October and dragged through thousands of leaves. And I know that sounds real strange, but when I build a guitar, I base it around what music I'm listening to, or the music that it's supposed to kind of, suit, if you will. And so I achieved this look by weathering it. And I didn't really want to relic it, because fake relicing, in my opinion, is just, I don't know, it just doesn't look right to me, right? So I went with a weathering effect, which makes it look a lot more natural, worn out kind of thing, but not too worn where it looks like it's been used for 15 years, it has that, it still looks brand new, but like it has that kind of worn, fucking gloomy effect to it, right? Weathering, right? And I achieved that by, instead of using a black stain on the body and stuff, what I did was, I did what's called oxidizing the wood, right? Or oxidation. And to do that, you just mix some steel wool with pure vinegar, and you let that sit overnight for 24 hours. Basically, the best results are to let it sit for 24 hours, right? And then what you do is you rub it on like you would a stain, and it turns the wood black. Basically, that's what it does. There's a chemical reaction or something between the wood and the stuff itself. So turns it black, and it's awesome, man. It's real awesome. And I love the way it turned out. And that's how I got the weathering effect. If I just put a black stain on it, it would just look like a black stained guitar. Brand new. With this, it kind of gives it a worn look to it, which I really love. So what I did was, because, this is an oil finish, by the way. This is an oil finish to give it a more natural look. And oil finishes, I personally observed, make the guitar resonate more, as opposed to a lacquer or a urethane and all that stuff. And it gives it a more natural look, too. And so I dulled it down with steel wool, basically. And with steel wool, you got to be careful, though. You got to be really careful when using steel wool on a guitar, because you're dealing with magnets, right? And steel wool, they get caught in there, and it's right? So what you want to do is make sure every little bit of steel wool is out of the guitar itself, and then you're good to go. But yeah, it sounds great. For my first bass, I'm kind of proud of it. I'm actually really proud of it. I'm not afraid to admit that. And on the front here, it says Apocalyptic, which has the brand name on it. But I did it in black. I did the wood burn effect. You can't really see it, but I did it. It's on there. And on the back, I did October right there on the back. So, yeah, it's an all-access. I don't know if I mentioned that. It's an all-access neck, which you can get right up here comfortably without those fucking square necks, neck joints, which I hate. But yeah, it's a wonderful looking guitar, and Tom, I hope you love it, because I sure do. I might steal it from you. But no, just kidding. But yeah, this is a great looking guitar. If I'll tell you, I would have one myself, and I'm not just saying that because I fucking built it. I'm saying that because I would have one of these myself. Seriously, genuinely, I would have one. The Sustainiac is awesome. It's brilliant. I mean, can't go wrong. Basically, this is tuned to standard B, not E, B. So, yeah. Not much else I can say about it, folks. This is the Tom King signature model. Yes, it's called October. Yes, and I love it. I hope Tom loves it. And yeah, stick around for a demo of it being played. Yes, this is Nate from Apocalyptic Guitars. See you later.